Hey guys, it's Hugo. I'm going to be covering everything in the Halloween update. So, first, let's go look at everything in the Crown Shop. We start off with the Nightmare, which I am pulling up its wiki page right as we speak. Now, the Nightmare is a pretty good pet for death, as far as death wizards are concerned. We have Defiant Spell, which is pretty good, Death Trap, Death Blade, May Cast Unicorn, and then Death Giver. So, I probably wouldn't want Health Gift, Mana Gift, any of this, or Death Proof, but about half of his talents are pretty good talents, so I would probably want one of these if I was a death. Now, however, there is other death pets. The Ghost Dragon, for example. Let's go get that one real quick. Now, I think it depends what you consider better. Then this might be better, but I don't know. It's really your decision if the slightly better talents, spell proof, is better, of course, and Plague I think is better than Defiant, but you might think different. But of course, you no longer have the Unicorn, you have Sprightly. Although some people like Sprightly more because it casts more. I find Unicorn just casts slightly less, but however, it doesn't cast as much as Unicorn. If we go back in here, the last one is the Zombie Piggle. Now, if we just look at that up really quick, it's actually a pretty bad pet. So this one I wouldn't really recommend to anybody at all. But yeah, it's there if you really want a zombie pickle pet. Has kind of crummy talents, as you see right here. Pretty much the only good one is Death Giver. Otherwise, nobody would really want this pet. It's pretty crummy, and yeah, I definitely don't recommend it. So next, let's look. That's pretty much it in the Crown Shop. So let's go look around Wizard City. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. Here, DeWarren is handing out a quest. A really good quest that I already did. I actually recorded it. Did not record right. So I'm not really going to redo it. But he hands out a quest, and that quest gives out this pet, the Franken Bunny. Now, the Franken Bunny is probably one of the best storm pets in the game, which is amazing, and you can get it even if you're a free-to-play wizard. And 0 crowns, 0 gold, all you have to do, all you have to do is finish a simple quest that DeWarren gives you. Now, let me go show you this Franken Bunny. Anyways, so, oh, I didn't type it right. You have to type it like this if you want to look at them yourself. You have to type it together. So, some of the best talents in the game, I've already seen people with mega ones, but mostly everyone has them at, everyone has it at a baby right now. And I don't think I'm going to trade mine because I don't have a Storm Wizard. However, it could be very good for Storm Wizard. Now, we got a few selfish talents, so kind of sucks. But right here, this adds, I think, outgoing, either incoming or outgoing percentage of health increase. And then this is a critical hitter, so, critical, obviously more critical. Storm Striker, so storm critical. And then we also have Energizing Battery, which was currently only on one pet, but now has been put on a second pet, which is kind of cool. Now, it obviously comes with the spell Healing Current, which, if you didn't know, is a 2-pip storm spell that heals you either 100, 400, or 1,000. So it's kind of a Wild Bolt type spell, but it's really good if you have the Maycast. And I personally have found the Maycast kind of like Sprightly, and sometimes, and I have high in and out healing, so if I get the Healing Current, sometimes I'll heal up to 1,700 health. So this is definitely a really good talent. And Storm Giver is the other one. So if you're a Storm Wizard, Storm Giver is obviously very attractive. So if you are a Storm Wizard, or you just want the energizing battery and critical hitter, I don't know, some people like critical hitter and healthy and healer. I don't know what type of talents you like, if it's healing talents, if it's critical talents, if it's whatever. This is a pretty good pet, especially if you're a Storm. So it's probably, like I said, one of the best Storm pets in the game. But that's enough of that. And so that you get that from a quest that Dwarn gives you. So anyways, if we come out here, here is Jack Hollow. Now you're gonna see stuff like ghosts and pumpkins all over Wizard City for the rest of the month, which I actually, yeah, like I said, Halloween is one of my favorite times in Wizard City. Halloween's always pretty good. Probably one of the best holidays, either this or Christmas. So be excited, be crazy, whatever. So here is Jack Hollow. He just gives you some, I guess if you're a free-to-play player, you might want to do this. Me personally, I'm not doing them. But I know a friend of mine that is a free-to-play player, and he's on right now. Right here, free-to-play player, and he is using the Franken Bunny. Oh, it still says Iceberg from when I last saw him. But he is doing all these quests just because he wants the crowns, or not the crowns, the gold and the small amount of XP it gives, because he's almost 15, which is pretty good for free to play. Anyways, so if you go into the shopping district, you see Spooky Bob, who is just really handing out his regular things. All of these masks, which are really good, in my opinion, and well, they're not really good, but let me show you what I think is really good. The Halloween hat, which is like totally legit, and I'm getting one because I'm going to stitch it, but I don't really have enough crowns, so I'm going to buy it right now. But on a regular day, yes, I would buy this. This is a great hat, looking wise. I know Blaze Lifehammer uses one, and he thinks it is cool, which I also think is cool. Halloween robe, not really my favorite, wouldn't wear it personally, but that's nothing against it. It's an okay robe. Yeah, same thing for the shoes. In my opinion, crummy shoes. You know, if you have all of them, you look like a guy made out of bones. These just crummy staffs. Just really just pumpkin heads, and this one's a witch broom. Now, if we look over here, we've already seen both of these. The black cat is a pretty bad pet itself. Not really anything special, but I will show it to you, just for the sake of covering everything. I will show it to you, but let's see, scroll down. Anyway, so this is the black cat, gives one black cat card, and then gives you a card of Curse and Death Giver. Those are the only talents I would be interested in as a Death Wizard. But, of course, I know some people really like the looks of some pet. They just think, oh, that pet's really cool. So, if you want to get, you know, that pet, you know, the best talents ever, I guess you could, you know, with enough effort, you can definitely do that. So, that about concludes everything in the Halloween update. It's a really good update, guys. So if you're, especially if you're a free-to-play player, you should definitely jump on right now and do some of the quests, because yeah, it's just really nice right now. Yeah, the only thing you have to be aware of is I've been getting a lot of friend requests, just because there's a lot of noobs on right now. But not to be offensive to noobs, but kind of true. Anyways, so thanks guys for watching. Goodbye.